Hey everybody, it's Charmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I do these tension free goddess locks. So if you like to see more, please stay tuned. I'm starting off with my hair already pre-braided and sectioned off. It took me about an hour or so to put these small little braids in my head, and this also saved me a lot of time because once I started wrapping, I could just, get my rhythm and keep it moving. So to wrap these goddess locks, I'm going to be using some Marley hair, and then for my loose ends, I'm going to be using this Milky Way Que hair in 16 inches. It's the loose deep. So to begin this, I'm just going to start by wrapping the Marley hair around my little braided section, how you would normally do the wrapping for goddess locks. So you want to make sure you wrap a couple of times at the root, especially because you don't have that knot from the extension braid. So you want to try to make sure it's as tight as possible at the root. And so I'm going to wrap that a couple of times until I get a nice little latch going. Then I'm going to grab some of the loose curly hair, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the longer side of the hair against the short piece, and then take the short piece of the loose hair and mix it in with the Marley hair and continue wrapping. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to make sure that that end is mixed in, and then you also want to make sure you wrap around that section a couple of times just to make sure that the loose hair is latched in, and then you're just going to continue to wrap down like you would do a regular lock. So yeah, after I get to the end, I'm just gonna adhere it with some nail glue, but yeah, I'm just wrapping it around. And so the reason why this is tension free is because you don't have the tension from an individual braid with extensions plus wrapping the hair. In the past when I've done this, these always come out really tight when I do the extension braid and then add more tension around it with the wrapping. So I'm only wrapping the hair at my roots, and then I'm adding the loose end as I go. Hope it makes sense to you all. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing. When I run out of the Marley hair, I'm just adding some more. For the most part, it's the same technique. I'm just adding in the loose hair later. So yeah, I'm going to demonstrate another braid for you all. So yeah, I'm going to demonstrate again. So if you guys didn't catch it, you can see it again. And I also did a Q&A at the end of this video. So make sure that you follow through just so you can, if you have any questions, it'll probably be answered at the end. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope this was semi-helpful, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Hey guys, so I just wanted to jump back on camera and show you guys the finished results. So this is what my hair looks like. I've had them installed actually for about a week now, and for the most part I really like how they came out. They came out really well. I added a couple of highlighted pieces and added some hair jewels into it, and yeah, so I just wanted to get on camera and basically go over the pros and cons of this specific method, how it compares to the previous method that I usually use. And I'm also going to do a quick Q&A because on my last Goddess Loc video I still get a lot of questions, unanswered questions, and yeah, so I'm gonna try not to talk too much because y'all was coming for me in those comments on my other video talking about this video is too long and it's too much talking. Yeah, I just tried to be as thorough as possible. So let's jump into it. So first I'm going to start with the pros. The first pro for this style is that this method specifically is that it saved me a lot of time. Normally when I do this style, this is just a tedious long installation process in general. In the past when I've done this hairstyle, I would always start like maybe in the evening of one day and then work for a couple hours, and then I would pick up again the next day and work the entire day from like morning to night. So it would take me about a day and a half to do my whole head. This time I started at 11:30 in the morning and I finished about 10:30 at night. So that was definitely like a plus for this method because normally it takes me longer than that to do these. So although that was still like 11 hours, it was shorter than it's been in the past. So that's one thing, is that it does take a little less time for this style. The other pro is that, like I mentioned, like I titled this video, it is tension free. So the previous times, I wish my camera would focus, seriously. So the previous times I did this style, although it came out really pretty, it was really tight. It was from adding the extensions at the root when doing the braid and then adding the extensions again, wrapping the hair, and it would just pull. Although it's pretty, it would eventually loosen up, but the first couple of days it would be really tight. With this method, I didn't experience any tension, any tightness at all. I felt a little tension while wrapping it, but once I finished, it would just kind of loosen up on its own. And it was flexible, it wasn't stiff, and it looked really natural at the root. So those are the major two pros to this method. Now, only have one real con for this method, and it's kind of like, it's such a con that it overshadows kind of the pros of this method. But I experienced a lot of slipping. I always experience some slippage whenever I do this style, like the braids, not the braids, but just like the Marley hair kind of loosening up and slipping. Always experience some slipping when I do this hairstyle, but this particular time I experienced it more because I didn't have that knot at the root of my head. I felt like they were just sliding off. Like I said, I've had this installed for about a week now, and throughout the week I found myself constantly redoing twists. Like here's one right there. So that's the only thing that I don't like about this method. I don't know if it's my technique, if I need to practice more, that could be possible, but yeah, they was just sliding on off. Not all of them, but I did have problems with slippage. So if you are planning on wearing this hairstyle for a long time, I definitely would not recommend this method because they're not gonna last you that long. Because I don't keep my hairstyles installed too long, I'm not too bothered by it because eventually, probably another week or so, I'll probably be taking these out. So it doesn't bother me too much because it did save a lot of time. But like I said, if you plan on wearing these for a while, I would definitely recommend the method doing like on my other video that I'll link down below. So now I'm just gonna do a quick Q&A because like I said, I still get a lot of questions on my old video, and I'm sure I'll get some of these questions again on this video. So the first question is, how many packs of hair did I use? So for the loose ends, I purchased the Milky Way Que. I simplified this version because in my other one I used a lot of different textures, so this time I simplified it. I used the Milky Way Que for my loose ends, like this wavy piece here, and I used about 1.5 packs of that hair. And then to wrap my twists, I used the Bobbi Boss brand, and it was just regular Marley hair that you would use for twists, and I used about 3 packs of that. I did a medley of colors. It's like 2 mixed with, it's like 2, 4, and it was like an ombre 30 of the Marley hair that I used. So I did use like a medley of colors. This random blonde one was some other hair that I had in my closet. But yeah, so again, 1.5 packs of loose hair and 3 packs of the Marley hair. Now my hair is not that long, so if you do have longer hair, thicker hair, fuller hair, I would definitely recommend probably 2 packs of the loose hair and 4 to 5 packs of the Marley hair, depending on how long you want to wrap them in, because you have to wrap past your hair. How long does it last? So I kind of touched on that already. They can last, I want to say, for at least 1.5 months plus, but I never wear my hair that long. Not this particular method. If you do want to wear it that long, I would do my other method, but also keep in mind that this is all synthetic hair, so it will start to kind of gnat up eventually. If you want to prevent as much like tangling in the hair, I would recommend wrapping the hair down pretty far and not leaving too many loose ends out, because the more loose ends you have out, that hair is going to eventually start to tangle, because it is synthetic hair. And another one was like, I get questions like, why don't do the faux locks and the not faux locks, but like crochet locks, and you know, because it's less tension and stuff like that. I personally don't care for crochet braids, crochet locks, any of that. In my opinion, although this is a time-consuming hairstyle, this method in doing it individually always looks the best and always looks the most natural, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just not a fan of crochet locks. This is just my preferred method. I don't like the way crochet locks are too uniform. This gives you more of a messy look, and yeah. So, I mean, crochet locks, they definitely save you time, but I've yet to see any crochet locks that come out looking like mine. No shade, but just saying. And how long does it take? I went over that. So yeah, I think those are like the most frequently asked questions I get on my other video. So I hope this video was helpful to some of you all. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer it. And yeah, make sure you follow me on all of my social networks. Those are listed down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.